Good morning, everyone, and thanks again for tuning into the Natural Minded Soul. Now, this was starting off as an M&M, but I had so much information and so many good things to say about God that I'm just going to put the rest of my blog so you can see the beginning and then just go to my blog to see the rest, okay? So I just want to encourage everyone just about how much of a great and awesome God we serve. A God that loves us so much to accept us as we are, but loves us too much to leave us the way we are, you know? So when I was speaking to God, he showed me that there are a lot of people employing biblical concepts but leaving God out. And of course, the concepts work. You're going to get some things done, but you need God to get the full extent of the healing that you need. For example, with forgiveness. Personally, I was dealing with always having to prove myself. I went to an event and was asking during our Q&A session, like, how do you balance your life? Like, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I end up just going home and thinking about, like, Lord, why do I have so much on my plate? Why am I always overdoing everything, over accepting responsibility? I used to feel so prideful about, oh, I have 3 businesses, I have this, I have that, I volunteer, I do this. And then I would get little highs from people saying, oh girl, you so strong, oh girl, how do you do all of that? I'm just like, you know. But I realized it was rooted in I'm not even going to say rooted. The Lord revealed to me that I'm still dealing with things that was done to me and said to me in my childhood. Like seeds that were planted in my childhood that left me feeling insecure, irreplaceable. Not just regular irreplaceable, like surely irreplaceable. Like you will be replaced at any set in time. It made me feel unworthy, incapable of doing anything, always going to screw things up. And I forgave them a long time ago, and I forgave, willingly. And one thing God showed me is that it's so important that we give everything to Him, because we can't do this on our own. There's so many different aspects of things, and we think we're good, but we have no idea how much it really takes to be good and to be well and to be and to be whole. But He showed me that just because you forgive doesn't mean that automatically erases everything that was done to you. It doesn't mean that every seed that was planted in you was automatically uprooted. And that completely had me like, what? Like, wow, that is so crazy. Which is why it's so important to ask God to help you with everything that you do, because you never really know how much help you truly need. So I used to always overtake responsibility in a way to prove to everyone else that, oh, I'm capable of being loved, or I'm capable of holding responsibility efficiently. I'm not going to screw things up. I can get these done. So I always had this self-doubt hanging over my head. I always had to prove to people that I'm worth being around and worth getting to know. And it's crazy to see that that was rooted in what was said to me when I was a child. We also have to understand that we are spiritual beings living in a physical, manifested world, okay? Which means the spiritual world is very real, very real. And some things that we deal with and some situations that we're placed in, like sometimes a person walking up to you saying something really evil to me or you, or hurtful, sometimes it's not just a coincidence. Understood? Like sometimes the enemy will use people and send situations to impart specific seeds in you. Like, and that's what I realized too, because in my situation, I forgave them a long time ago or whatever, but the seeds that they put in me stuck with me all the way till now. And they specifically are for things that God wants me to do. So feeling insecure and a lack of confidence, or that I have had incredible amounts of self-doubt, stood in the way of things that God wanted me to do. When God told me, hey Chanel, I want you to do a blog. This was like 2.5 years ago, and I just started it on January 1st because I was like, what am I going to say? People don't want to listen to me. What do I have to say to people? I can't fully commit to something like that because I'm going to screw it up. I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, I'm not perfect, I don't leave a lot, I can. So a lot of those things that I was dealing with and those voices in my head just was always suffocating the purpose that God put in my life and distracting me. And even with singing, so many times I was like, I'm not a singer, I'm not gonna sing. But God specifically told me that he wants me to sing, and I sing in the music ministry at my church. Like, it's crazy. So we have to also remember that's another reason why it's so important to submit everything to God, because we have a cunning enemy that is studying us and that knows exactly what he wants to attack in us, you know, and that says a lot. So we can't fight and combat, and we can't, that's spiritual. We can't do that. We need to stay prayed up and stay in God's face and stay under God's protection, and make sure that when you forgive somebody, you're asking God to help you, and you immediately letting these things go and not letting these seeds penetrate in your heart and take root to attack the very things that God placed inside of you. So it's so important that we continue to just get to know God and love God and commune with him, because you never really know how much help that you really need, you know? And I just thank God for letting me in on that and showing me that, because I asked him to just completely heal me and completely help me. And I feel so much better. Like, I haven't been dealing with so much self-doubt and so much, you know, just heavy stuff just waiting on my chest and my mind and my heart. So I just encourage everyone to just submit everything to God. And in that, you're submitting things that you don't even know that you need to submit to him. And he's working things out on you that you don't even fathom or understand that you need. And it's so easy. And God's light and God's plan and God's word is just so easy. So I'll keep all of you in my prayers. Thank you for watching this video. And I really hope that it encourages you to just continue to pursue God with all of your mind and all of your heart and all of your spirit. But thanks again for tuning in to the Natural Minded Soul. My name is Shania, and have a great day.